We welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans, to No Way Out. This is a dream matchup. It is a battle of the Terminators, the T1 versus the T2, locked inside of Hell in the Cell. Which will survive? My name is Tony Schiavone. I am joined, as always, by my broadcast partner, Jesse Nobody, Denjura, and Jess. We are hours away from the official launch here on the Nation Network of 2K17.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm first off and foremost looking forward to this big matchup. Our last curtain call, if you will, for the 2K16 brand. And then in just a couple of hours, the big finale, Halloween Havoc, and I cannot wait for that one.
Indeed, Halloween Havoc starting at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, just 2 hours from now, a little less than 2 hours away from that big finale. And then at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time this afternoon, will be the kickoff for the 2K17 campaign. And so many people excited about that one.
Yeah, well, I'm very, very excited. I want to see what happens next.
The T1 making his way inside the steel confines of the Hell in the Cell. It is raised above the ring at this time. As soon as both participants are in the ring, it will lower, as you see it there in the background.
Well, these are not just men, they are machines. And I tell you right now, you two lock up two killer robots inside of a steel cage. I don't know what to expect.
It's going to be very interesting, to say the least. Oh my goodness!
Well, somebody definitely knows how to upstage an entrance.
We see the T2 making his way down the ramp. Both men emotionless.
Well, they're emotionless because they're not really people.
I will be very curious to see what kind of damage these two machines, are able to do to one another.
Well, they're definitely heading into the right place to find out. They're going to be locked up in Hell in a Cell. No rules. Throw it all out the door. That's the only way these guys, they've never fought by rules in their entire existence anyway. So what's the difference?
Well, the difference is they've normally had a strength advantage, whereas tonight that will be offset. These two men are created exactly equal.
Well, I'm not so sure I agree with that, because the bottom line is we know this. The T2 came after the T1, so I'm not so sure he doesn't have some advantage somewhere along the line. The circuitry may be just a little bit different.
Well, that's very possible, and we're going to find all that out right now as the cage comes down. The bell's about to sound, and these two are going to tear each other apart.
We are underway.
And right off the bat, they're going to take this outside the ring.
Well, it's a good thing we have that cage down there on the floor, because otherwise, hard to say, they could be out into these stands and brawling out there amongst the people.
Oh, we definitely don't want to see that. Big boot to the head. Thus far, the T1 getting the advantage early on.
As you would expect, though, you see the T2 getting back to his feet, not laying down, definitely not staying down.
Launched into the air, brought him down on the canvas hard. Thus far, the T1 seeming to have a little bit of a speed advantage. But now the T2 battling back.
This is a whole new version of BattleBots right here, I'll tell you that right now.
going to work on the leg.
Normally, I would say that's good strategy, but with these two, it doesn't really matter so much. We see what they're willing to do to get to their opponent. They will drag themselves even if their legs are broken. There is absolutely no quit. This match will only end when one of these two guys simply cannot move anymore.
One of these men, one of these machines is going to have to absolutely destroy the other in order to secure the victory. Big fall away slam.
The last call right there, delivered to the T2, who again is slow, and here comes the bat. We knew weapons were going to be coming into play sooner or later.
They continue to fight over that, and now decides to discard it, but the T2's got him up across the shoulders. Airplane spin, he's going to try and disorient him.
I'm not sure how that works with these two.
Drops the leg down across the head, hooks the leg. I seriously doubt that was enough damage.
Well, he got two.
Continuing to pummel down on the head of the T1. We talk about Halloween Havoc just less than 2 hours away at this point. All of the titles of the FWF will be on the line. The Fantasy Wrestling Federation will be in the spotlight for the big final card of the year. Ric Flair defends the LWF Heavyweight Championship against the Iron Sheik. We will see Stone Cold Steve Austin, the man who has dominated the FWF Heavyweight Championship the entire year. Only 5 days during the course of the past 12 months has Stone Cold Steve Austin not been the FWF champion.
Well, we're going to find out if that's something that's going to be the same, or if there's time for a new king to be crowned.
2 count, and he kicks out the back door. We're going to see the tag team titles for both the LWF and the FWF decided. And a match that I personally am very much looking forward to is the Intercontinental title. William Regal, who has been a very long reigning champion in his own right, puts it up against a mystery opponent handpicked by Bret the Hitman Hart.
Well, now look at this. The T2 showing some signs of emotion almost.
I don't know if that was emotion or confusion. Maybe his circuitry can't process how that wasn't a win. The T1 presses him high up overhead. Oh, what a tremendous uppercut.
That could be it right there. That could have definitely destabilized the system.
And now the confusion on the face of the T1.
Well, right now, these two are really giving all they got. T1 drops him across the top rope.
Again, fans, we invite you to join us at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard for Halloween Havoc, and then 12 noon today, we begin a 4-day marathon of WWE 2K17 as the T1 just delivered a huge impact to the head of the T2, and he is in trouble.
He is in a lot of trouble right now, and I think the beginning of the end slams him hard to the mat. I don't know. It looks like it might be shaking up the machine.
And now the gorilla swing. Drops him like a bad habit.
Will that be enough? He's got the leg. We were going to find out.
No, he gets a shoulder up just barely. T2 is still in his match, but he is on the receiving end of a lot of punishment.
Yeah, but now he's got the T1 pressed overhead, and there's an identical uppercut.
Well, you have to remember, these are both programmed by Cyberdyne. Both of these men come from the same mold. Both of them have the same basic concepts and movesets. The question is which one is able to do the most damage to the other. He hooks away. Will that be enough? I don't think so. And no, he manages to roll the shoulder.
I'm telling you, one of these two is going to have to completely demobilize the other. You might have to tear a head off to make that happen.
Snaps him over. Now from behind, the T1 working on the chins, maybe trying to take your advice and remove the head of the Terminator.
Well, that's about what it's going to take to get a victory in this one from the way it's been going.
Stunning move right there. You can tell that some of the circuits aren't lining up. Oh, what's he going to do here?
He's got him on the top rope. Nothing good's going to come from this.
The T1 from the very top rope. Overhead, belly to belly.
That was belly to back.
That's what I meant, sorry. And now from behind, what's he going to do here? Reverse slam.
Wow, what a tremendous set of moves. He should probably try a pinfall right here. He might not have him completely beat, but I think he might have him dazed enough.
Big knee to the forehead. Would that be enough?
Cover, he's going for it. He got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's the winner, the T2.
Well, I had a funny feeling that the T2 at the beginning of the match, I said it. I call it like it is. And I said he may have some additional programming being a later model.
Well, at the end of the day, that may very well have been the difference in this match. Ladies and gentlemen, one last event here for 2K16. And after that, it is onward and upward 2K17 beginning at 12 noon. Join us if you would.
We're looking forward to 2K17. It's going to be a very unusual season here on the Nation Network.
We're going to be doing things that we have never done before. There's going to be a lot more fan involvement in 2K17. Not only during live broadcasts, but even in match action. So join us. We will see you this morning, 6 a.m. and then again at 12 noon as we kick off 2K17. From No Way Out, ladies and gentlemen, we look at the final moments here between in the battle of the Terminators as the T2 gets the victory.
Well, there it is. The Terminator victorious.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you soon. Until then, good night, everybody.